Hi guys and welcome to English Language Arts Grade 4. Our topic for today would be using comparatives and superlatives, alright? So we've discussed previously how comparatives and superlatives work. When the adjective is used again to compare two or more things, right? Or no, two things, sorry. You're comparing two things, right? You would use the comparative form. And if you're comparing one amongst two or more things, then you would use the superlative form. Okay, so there are a few things that you have to take note of, some few rules that you have to take note of when you're using the comparative and superlative form of adjectives in sentences. Number one, you have to use the word the before the superlative form of an adjective, right? So, for example, the least, right, or the most. Okay, so for example, she is the most beautiful, right? Don't forget the word the. Next, use than after the comparative form of an adjective. So, for example, you're using the comparative form like bigger. So, that's bigger than, smaller than, prettier than, right? Smarter than. Okay. When you're using less or least, right, with things, you use them for things that cannot be counted. Less or least. Okay. And for adjectives like few, fewer, and fewest, these are used for things that can be counted. Alright? Next, when you use well as, right, an adjective, only when well you use well as an adjective only when you mean not sick. So, for example, you're trying to compare someone or something with another, right? And you are trying to tell that he or she is not sick. Then you use the adjective well. And then next, the usage of farther and farthest and further and furthest. Farther and furthest is telling about the distance, usually how far something is. Okay, distance wise. Well, as for example, when you're telling about time or degree or quantity, you are using further or furthest. So, for example, you're discussing how far this place is compared to the other place, then you say farther or farthest. Okay, but when you're trying to add, like, oh, I'm gonna add further, right? That's further or furthest. Okay, and that pretty much ends our topic for using comparatives and superlatives. I hope that you take note of these rules.